Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. My channel is Simon Comics, and today we are taking a look at some original art from Heritage. We might not be able to afford it, but we can always look. So thanks for starting off your weekend with me and looking at some original art. And first up, we have a Bob King, Jerry Robinson, George Russo's Batman #9, The Four Fates. This is a splash page from 1942. Just really great. We have the Batman with Robin mashed up, and it's just really, really great art. So I don't want to make it. So then we have the pot and stirring it up with all the bubbles and just the details, the attention to details. Remember, these were when all the guys were in their prime, and these are all mashups, and that's done in Sharpie. Just really, really great, and just really a beautiful piece. And it sold for 51 grand, and this was back in 2014. So really a great piece, and it's one lucky owner. Next we have a Bob Powell and Wally Wood, Daredevil #10, page 14 from 1965. And Bob Powell, he's a great artist. I think he's very underrated. And he did some work for Joe Simon's Sick magazine when it was starting out. He was the art director, and Bob actually passed away, unfortunately, at the young age of, I forgot how old he was, but 1967. So this was 2 years before he passed. I believe he had cancer. And so Daredevil #10, this was for Marvel. This was when they were already in the Marvel age. And Wally Wood, Bob Powell, it's really a great duo. And you just see in the artwork and the quality, we have Daredevil over here, the police in the background. I'll never be able to convince them that I wasn't part of the plot. So just really, really great. The attention to details, beautiful. And doesn't seem like any of this stuff was pasted in, which really is mind-boggling that an artist could just draw all of this in. Oh, they did paste stuff in. It's just pasted really well. This car is pasted in. You see down by the tires, it gives it away. But just really great. And just the human anatomy and how it was drawn, it's really beautiful. And next up, we have a Fred Ray and Jerry Robinson Batman #11 original cover. It's the original art from 1942, and it's just this is actually one of the classics. Batman story #11. We have all the cards in the background, and then we have the Joker over here. So this is pasted in the mashup. All these are mashups. And the cards aren't mashups, but the figurines are. So, but just really great. We have the Joker, who just expression on his face. I believe that's a mashup too, and that's how they used to draw these. They would usually do the background and then insert the figures, and just great hands. I'm just speechless. It's really great. Just expression, just the hair. And we have Batman, of course, and Robin. This is a classic cover. And this one sold for almost 200K. The one before previously sold for about 41K. So next to follow up this piece, we have the comic itself, an 8.5 grade. And I always like to see the original art translate into the comic and how they apply the art. Now, one thing that you could see very clearly that you can't see too much here, actually now that I've seen that you can, you see, it's very weird. They have the Joker coming like he's standing on top of the cards. They have Batman like he's standing on top of the cards. But they have Robin looks like he's come out of the card. So that's just interesting. Maybe the Joker was in that card. Batman was the king, and the Joker was, and then Robin was Jack. But who knows? So this is a really nice copy, an 8.5, and classic Joker cover. Like I said, really great. Sold for $7,000, and this was 2005. So the price on this book, I bet a lot of people right now wish they had bought it for $7,000. Next up, we have a Joe Simon and Jack Kirby Star Spangled Comics number 8 cover original art from December of 1944 from DC 1942. It's actually from May. And here we have the second issue featuring the Guardians. So the Guardians' second appearance and the second appearance of the Newsboy Legion. And we have a great cover by Simon and Kirby, a great duo, and just really. So this is pasted in, and those are probably already on the board, like stamped. But for some reason, this seems to be handwritten. The 10 cents, but not the logo. But this is definitely with the paper clip. You could definitely see the paper clip being pasted in. And we have the Guardian right here. And just the way they drew people and the expression. We have such great expressions, and we have the cities and the skyline. I always like how they drew buildings. I always thought that they did a great job. And just really great with the shield and everything. And I think the Guardian actually is a really great character. And I'm trying to get a Star Spangled Span comics, but it's just so expensive. And but patience is key, and I will get it one day. So next we have a Joe Simon Captain America illustration original art, and this thing, the one before sold for 25 grand. And this piece is our last piece of the day, but to me this is actually the steal of the day. If I could afford any of these, which I can't, but if I could, I would probably buy this piece. Now, not for the value-wise, but if I had the money to buy the other pieces for 200 grand, I would definitely want to buy this piece for myself to hang on the wall. Just take a moment to look at the beautiness of this piece, and we have it. Just this piece. We have Captain America. He's running from somewhere, probably to another crime scene. We have beautiful, what's that, acrylic? Yeah, look, it seems like acrylic and a mix of, this is mixed media, of course. But we have we have his fist full of action, and his torso just is bent at the right angle, like he's charging in, and he's about to run through a wall and confront the Red Skull. It's just such great art. We had the feathers. It's just amazing. And just really great stuff. We have the boots, and a really nice touch is the coloring. So usually artists would do like a white, and it would show some color. But for some reason, he made it kind of yellow, and it just gives it this gleaming vibe. So, let's see what it says down here. Joe Simon. Oh, it's a really small signature. So this was earlier, because later, this was probably still late 1900s or early 2000s. Introduction of Extreme Stretch and Fletch. Action 1941, Simon and Kirby. So, if I had money and I could buy those other pieces, I would buy this piece with the cash left over for 1.5K. It's just so beautiful. I just love it. And this was in 2009. Just a really nice piece. I mean, the frame is debatable. And me personally, I would have done a white matte with a thin, I forgot what the wood was called, but it's from Italy, and it's a black frame. So this was this week's Heritage look at original art. Now these have all been sold, but you know, at least I can't afford them. I don't know about you, but it never hurts to look. So glad you took the time out to watch my video, and I wish you a good weekend. So have a good weekend. This is Thanksgiving weekend, and everybody take care.